Losing it, losing it, losing it, losing it, losing it, losing it. Hi, guys. Welcome to Therapy Thursday. I'm Nelsie Spencer. Oh, I always forget to say that. Brought to you by Losing It. I'm Nelsie Spencer. I'm here with Ronnie Whaley, who's wearing a cute little hoodie, and with Heidi Haddad, who's now looking absolutely adorable with her striped shirt and her headphones on. Hi, Heidi. I meant that. I thought I was being sarcastic.
Hi, Nelsie. Here we are again.
How dare you call me adorable?
Gifting you with my time.
How dare you call me adorable? Fuck you. God, meanest thing you've ever said to
me. What emoji would you use for that?
Thumbs down, thumbs up. Okay, so we're back for another week, and
hello.
What's up with people? What's up with people?
Yeah,
like this whole TikTok thing is just crazy. Like,
talk to me. What are you specifically talking about?
TikTok to me.
You know what it is? You know what it is? So there was like Vine. Do you guys know Vine? You guys heard of Vine? So yeah. Vine was this app. It's a video thing, right? Yeah, it was 6-second videos, and it was very big for a couple of years, and then they stopped the app, they shut it down, and then one of the CEOs OD'd, and it's gone. It's forever going to be gone. And then TikTok comes around, and it's like an evolution of that. But the thing is, it allows people with no creativity to express themselves, kind of. You know what I mean?
Which is great.
Well, can you give us a specific of what's kind of bugging the crap out of you?
So there's these, so like I've been talking to some like stand-up comedians, and they have a friend who, they have people dubbing their bits and are getting all the credit for the videos, but it's all the bits are recordings of the actual guy that did the stand-up, and he gets no credit, Wow.
They're going to have to figure that one out, right? So I guess they're getting credit, but when, say you have 2 million followers on TikTok, forget 2 million. So you have 12,000 followers on TikTok, and a lot of it has to do with you just dubbing other comic stuff. Do you make any money off of that?
Who?
There's the person who's dubbing somebody else's comedy. It's just more about credit and suggesting that it's, even though it's not your own, because clearly you're lip syncing it or dubbing it, right?
Yeah.
But they don't reference who the original person was, correct?
A lot of the times they don't, and with like the people on the audience on TikTok doesn't necessarily care most of the time who it is, who the audio is from. So yeah, it's like, this one guy that specifically I'm talking about, he is kind of unknown, but then his dubbed bits,
one of his bits,
they're getting like tens of millions of views in total with all these TikToks, but he gets no recognition. Some of that,
Heidi,
so uncool.
As a licensed clinical therapist, would you like to field that question?
What's up with that?
What is up with that? And maybe what we could really address is Ronnie's feelings around this. It is bullshit. It's not right. But it's the world we live in, right? Go, Heidi. Go.
I don't have anything.
See, it's just this is my thing that bugs me about TikTok is that, okay, I get it, right? Like you don't, there's not a lot of creativity in the TikTok.
About therapy.
No, it's and really more about like what
Thursdays.
bugs me. Yeah, no, I'm just saying,
okay.
Maybe it's something that
with this, what to do with this?
Gen Z. The Gen Z generation, which my brother is a part of, right? I have a little brother. He's a Gen Z-ist or whatever. And and his generation is the TikTok generation. And the crazy thing about TikTok is that it's just there's no creativity involved, really.
Well,
like
okay, I think that's that's a strong statement because there is some creativity.
There are.
Depending on who it is, but somebody dubbing somebody else, not necessarily.
Yeah, especially like the dances. Have you seen these dances?
No. I mean, I've seen.
You got
some
something
dances.
to show us?
It's just like, it's just like a dance, and then you just do the dance, right? And then
Yeah. My nephew's really into that.
Yeah.
He's made me do it. He made me do it. And do you know how long? Do you have any idea how long it took to rehearse?
Yeah.
And he was very disappointed in me because I just wasn't getting it.
Yeah, they're really like that.
Getting it. Yeah. I was like, when I was your age, I could have done it. I don't even know what that means, but it's... Are you going to show us something?
I thought... No, I had it, but no.
Well, it's sort of like... Hi, welcome to Therapy Thursday. Welcome to TikTok Thursday, where we only talk about TikTok. I think... I believe that we kind of had a really good question, though, for today.
Did we?
No, I don't.
But see the difference between TikTok and Vine.
Oh, my God.
Vine was 6 seconds, right? So you had to be creative with 6 seconds worth of video, right?
Right.
Now TikTok, you can just like dub anything, right? And then,
and it's a thing.
And it's a thing.
Show us some things. What do you got? What's really bothering you? Show us an example of what bothers you.
I feel like it's sort of like, while you're looking, I'm going to just say, it's sort of like when the Kardashians got famous or when the whole like reality TV thing happened and all these people that got famous for doing absolutely nothing and had huge careers, what that felt like to those of us that were actually actors and writers that had spent a lifetime learning a craft and writing a pilot or a screenplay or a play. And then suddenly someone is famous just because they have a great ass. I don't know. Not that I'm thinking about anybody specifically. What are you laughing at?
Sounds like it.
We're losing Heidi. We're losing her. Get that other therapist on the phone.
You know what? Get the other therapist on the phone. See if they can deal with all this.
Okay. Ronnie, you've either got to deliver or we've got to move on. So you've either got to show us something that's pissing you off and annoying you, or we're going to move on.
I have an example.
Do you have something? You do? Okay, because I have something that I could share that's more on the therapeutic level for Therapy Thursdays. Just saying.
You go. We'll come back to Ronnie.
Here. You see this?
There it is.
Hold on.
No, it was there and then we lost it.
That was your 6 seconds. Boom.
See, this is an example.
Son coming down the steps. I hear his flip-flops popping. They popping fast. He get downstairs, he got an attitude. Dad! Wi-Fi's down. What the fuck? What? What, do you want me to reboot it? Because nobody else seems to care. Go, reboot it, man, go. I'm thirsty, can I have a Capri Sun? Son, get the fuck out of my face, just go. Them tight ass pajamas. Now, I don't know what made me more upset. That, or my friend going, who the fuck is Wi-Fi? I said, what did you just say? I'm saying, he said they're gonna reboot it. If they strapped, we strapped. I'ma die for mine. What the fuck are you talking about, man? It's the internet, jackass. It's the internet. Well, you need to say something, because we almost lost a life today. Whose life? You was gonna kill my son? Depending on what side he was.
See?
Yeah.
So that has 4 million views.
But it says in the top left, Kevin Hart remake.
No, it's just an example of like, you know what I mean?
So they don't give the props. They don't say so-and-so remake.
Well, with the guy that I'm talking about, they didn't, with the stand-up guy, they didn't credit him at all.
Yeah, this is hard.
It's the world we live in. It's weird. It's weird, right? Because
a lawyer. It's not lawyer.
Welcome to
Legal
Lawyer
Tuesdays.
Thursday.
We get a lawyer in here.
It reminds me of when music you could suddenly stream music and the artists were upset, obviously, because they couldn't get paid, and everyone could download their music for free. So if you're going to put stuff out there and there's no legal body out there that's monitoring it, then I don't know what to say, because again, it's nothing to do with therapy.
but that thing, I mean, like there's an argument there where, like, the artists make more money off concert sales than streams. So the more you put your music out there, the more seats.
Yeah, but now the artists have to go out and tour. Do you believe this? They actually have to go out and tour. They can't just. They don't all want to tour. It's hard work.
Okay, guys, you're losing me. Let's move on.
Wow, if we lose Nelsie, when I get lost, why does nobody care?
I was trying to move on. I have been trying to move on from this since we began.
It's a generational thing. Generational thing.
Which is a very, very nice way of saying stop being old, Nelsie. Right? Heidi, what you got, baby? What you got?
Somebody asked me, I'm looking for it. Okay. Why do I feel so frustrated with my aging 87-year-old mom? I feel so guilty. I love my mom the entire time I'm with her. I'm Mary Poppins nice, but underneath it, I want to rip my hair out. What gives? How can I get over this and accept her where she's at? I want our time to be happy. That one is and then the other people wrote in that they have that same story. I know that I personally work with many people that have that struggle with that. When your parents start to age, they can become annoying. And it's a responsibility that you have that's different than when you have cute little babies and you're responsible for them and the tides have turned and now you're responsible for the people that took care of you. They're not cute little babies. They're annoying older people that are denying the fact that they're older, or denying the fact that they can't drive, or denying the fact that they can't see or hear, are just they think everything is what it was 50 years ago, and it's not. So you're up against that. You want to enjoy, as a child, you want to enjoy your time with your parent because
you're running out of time.
Right.
Yeah.
And there has to be a middle ground where you enjoy them and are able to take care of yourself at the same time, where you're not in it all the time and completely responsible and therefore losing your mind, but that if you're living with your parents or parent, you must find ways to take care of yourself, whatever that may look like, making sure that you're hanging out with other friends or getting massages or making sure you go for a walk or a run or getting some sort of exercise, moving your body, but also finding things that bring you joy and take you out of the house and away from that dynamic in order to do that. I know sometimes it's hard because there's nobody else to care for that ailing parent, but there are social services out there that do help. Maybe not the best, but for a couple of hours, it could be you need it to save yourself.
But it also sounds like, first of all, I think you make good points, but it sounds like for this person, while she's with her mom, she's acting like everything's fine, but inside she's miserable. So she's saying she wants to enjoy her mom, but is her mom enjoyable? I think that's sort of the thing. Like, is it okay for her to just pretend, or is it okay for her to go, Mom, you got to get a hearing aid because, blah, blah, blah. Or, Mom, when you do this again and again, is it a waste of time to try and sort of change a dynamic, or maybe
I think when your parents older? It always is, right? If there's something, we're being super broad about it, right? If it's that your parent can't hear and they are in denial of the fact that they can't hear, but yet you're talking to them, and the only reason they know you're talking is because they're looking at you. Otherwise,
because your mouth is moving.
And you say to them, you need help, and you put it on a big poster board. We're going to see the doctor, the ear doctor, audiologist, and they say no, then okay.
Old folks home.
And that's an option, right? I mean, for some people, that's an option.
Old folks home.
But for some people, that's not an option, and they won't put their parents there, or they can't afford it, and they're not putting them in something that's heinous and government run. So government run if they don't have to.
Yeah.
However, in truth, right? It's just like anything else. You go to the person and say, I'm really struggling to ... with you because you need to see an audiologist, or you're really having a hard time walking. I have many clients who fight with their parents because their parents aren't willing to accept outside help. And therefore then falls on the offspring to take care of it. The offspring, they could be anywhere between their 30s to 60s. It doesn't matter how old you are. It's on them because the parent's not taking responsibility for the fact that they do need help, or they're completely overwhelmed and overburdened by, maybe it's if there's a couple and one of the parents is ailing and the other parent is completely
getting
responsible.
Younger, like Benjamin Buttons. Sorry, that was just a stupid bad joke. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. If I could take it back, I would. I'm so sorry.
Dino.
But okay.
Forget it. You take it from here, Nelsie.
I'm going to take it from
Save
here.
yourself.
Nelsie really wants to talk. Go ahead, Nelsie.
We're sinking.
No. Couple of things. First of all, I relate to the whole, like, I'm getting older, but I
told
don't
you she
admit
wanted
it.
to talk.
Yes, I did. Of course. Are you kidding me? Because I'm fascinating. When my mother, first of all, my Aunt Stacey, when she felt like she shouldn't be driving anymore, she drove herself to the DMV and gave them her license. And she was like, take it. I should not be behind the wheel anymore. And I don't know.
She said, can you give me a lift home?
Exactly. And the
Do you
poor
offer
guy,
a service to return me home?
and the poor guy at the DMV had to drive her home.
Really?
No, she did. My Aunt Stacey was like, no, I should not be driving anymore. And that's number one. But then number two, my mother, her big
Ronnie
sister.
wanted to know if she actually got a ride home from the DMV, lady.
She had to hitchhike.
Man.
Turns out she had to hitchhike.
But why didn't she just like cut up her ID or something?
I don't know. It doesn't make as good of a story. Driving to the DMV and saying, get me off the road.
And Stacey decided she shouldn't drive, so she cut up her license. Drop mic.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't have much zing.
I would have just stopped driving, or like sell my ID to some high school kids or some shit. I don't know.
There you go.
Well, you're better.
So then 15-year-old Timmy goes into the 7-Eleven with an ID that says he's an 85-year-old woman. I'll have some beer, please.
Have some beer. I'll have some
All
beer.
right, Stacey Gillespie. You in the hoodie.
I saw the This Is Us episode the other day where that same thing. It was basically speaking about. I don't know if either one of you knows the show, but
yeah, I do.
Do you, Ronnie?
I've heard of it.
So the premise of it, a family relationship, and that this woman was pregnant with triplets, and a white woman was pregnant with triplets, and one of the triplets died at the same time. A black baby had been found at the fire station, and so they ended up taking him home too, and he was raised with them. And so now they talk a lot about race and what it was like for him to grow up in a white family, and so the episode the other day was a retrospective of his relationship with the brother. It was a boy and a girl of the triplets, of his relationship with the brother. Am I making sense? The black baby was boy and a boy and a girl. You know the story. I'm telling Ronnie who doesn't know. Anyway, so he's talking to the black brother is talking to the white brother about what it was like for him, or remembering what it was like at various instances throughout his life of being the other. And one of the images is of the white brother saying like, I got us some fake IDs. We can go out tonight. And he hands him an ID of an old black guy. And they're like, obviously they're under 21. So he's like, I don't look anything like this guy. The guy's got like total beard and looks like an old black man. Yeah. And he goes, it's different, man. You're black. He's black. Doesn't make a difference. We'll get in.
Oh my God.
I'm watching this and I just cried. It's just like, it's heartbreaking. It's freaking heartbreaking. But yeah, so that's what that story reminded me of. Nelsie and Stacy.
Nothing to do with therapy.
What else we got? Let's talk about TikTok again. Oh. So it was bought by a Chinese company. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. I have an ending to that. This story has two parts.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So that's my Aunt Stacey, and then my mom.
The judge of that. Okay.
And then my mom, who was older and unfortunately the first to die of the three sisters because she got cancer. When I went to visit my mom, when my brother was taking care of her, and he was like, you better get out here because I don't know how many good days she has left, right? So my mom, who's 5'7", and normally maybe 120 pounds, she was always pretty thin. She picks me up at the airport. My mom picks me up at the airport. I'm like, do you want me to drive? She's like, I can drive. And meanwhile, she's like 96 pounds at 5'7". And so
I don't think you get your license based on your weight.
My God, Heidi, she's, never mind. The point of the story is one aging mother / woman was able to admit that she was disabled or couldn't drive anymore, took her license in. My mother on her deathbed is still going to get behind the wheel of the car and drive. So, and I, in that situation, I didn't fight her. I let her drive and she was actually fine. But some people can take help. Some people can admit that they're aging and that they're infirm. And others are like my mom, she didn't want to die. She didn't want to go. My mom played tennis up until the time she was 79 and could throw a baseball, so it's extremely difficult to admit for some people that you've become diminished because you don't see yourself that way. That's the point of the story, Little Miss Heidi L. Haddad. So I think we would say to the woman who asked that question, first of all, we don't know if she was dealing with her mom's diminished capacity or if her mom just fucking drives her crazy and always has.
Can we just mute her? Nelsie, come back. She can't even hear us.
No, she can't.
Come back. Nelsie, this is your show.
She really left. I think she goes to the bathroom or something.
That's what you say every time somebody leaves. Oh, that was a quick pee. That was a quick pee.
I assume that everyone leaves to go to the bathroom.
Back. Just shake it off.
Gonna take a lap.
Yes, Nelsie, your mother and your aunt are great examples that there are two kinds of people, even within one family, of how they respond and react to the aging process.
So, yeah. All right. So,
do you think Nelsie's going to lose my number?
No, I just really can't. Anyway, what do we got? Do we have time for one more? Did we help that person with this 87-year-old mother? Did we?
I think there were people that responded with a lot of judgment to that, which I thought was unkind, personally, or just not. I mean.
Judgmental. It was a little judgmental.
It was judgmental, exactly. And just as we say always about everything, which is just allowing everybody to have their own experience and have their own feelings and all of their feelings. They can have all the complicated feings. Yeah. And it's hard to navigate. It's really hard to navigate your aging parent and one that's in denial of their agingness.
Yeah. Yeah.
That word is not in the dictionary. I'm sure of it.
It is. It's right next to emoji. But I also think
it's not because they start with different letters.
But
it's alphabetized, Nelsie.
What I think is interesting is that it often goes back to communication, right? And can the daughter talk to the mom about what's driving her crazy, and if she's going to talk to her, how does she approach her? Right?
I think that's one. And then two is recognition that maybe they do talk about it and mom's not able to hear it. So really, it mostly comes back to how do you take care of yourself? And part of taking care of yourself is A, communicating. And then B, if you aren't able to be heard, how do you then pivot and figure out a different way to care for yourself? Like we were talking about that last week about Ronnie with the meth friend.
Right. And how do you take care of yourself?
How do you take care of yourself? How is this bothering you? And there are other people that wrote the same thing, like are right about how do I get someone else to do something different? It's like, well, all you can do is make a request. And if it's not heard and they're not able to do something different or join you in creating a different outcome, then how do you take care of yourself? And so if you're living with your aging parent and it's a challenge and you love them and you enjoy being with them, and to your point, maybe that woman does enjoy being with her mom, actually, but also she's not finding time to take care of herself and get herself out so she can find balance. We need balance. We always need balance.
Yeah. All right. We got it.
That is it. Goodbye.
So TikTok was launched in the international market September 2017, right? And and
is he
2018.
I'm like, I appreciate, Nelsie, that you looked interested. I was like, is he kidding?
In 2018, it was launched in the US, right? So once it was downloaded, the first day was 150 million downloads, right?
Wow.
Since that day, our generation's been fucked.
So you have really strong feelings about TikTok. And yet,
and
I'm on TikTok. And you know why I'm on
I
TikTok?
do
Ronnie told me to go on it. I'm just
Well,
saying.
it is lucrative to go on TikTok and be on TikTok right now. But see, what you're doing is more creative, right? You're actually being creative on TikTok, right?
Thank you.
But the bulk of TikTok,
the bulk of it, but I think if you look at most social media, the bulk of it is just bullshit. Like as we were talking earlier, it's like,
but it's like the easiest way to be not creative.
It sure is. I would agree.
Yeah. All right.
So I really do agree. I'm gonna say I totally agree with what Nelsy's saying too. Just what people are putting on there. Who cares?
Who cares? Who cares?
It's great for people who make music, because they, their music gets around. Doing the
I mean, I left Facebook when it was just people. Ronnie's dancing.
Well, it's the TikTok dance. Yeah.
Is that a TikTok
what is it?
dance?
Let me see it.
I forgot what it's supposed to be something.
It's got a name.
I haven't seen that one.
Not
that I'm on TikTok, guys. A lot of things I haven't seen.
But I left Facebook when it first started being just people posting pictures of their food, or having really.
Oh, I thought you said I love Facebook. You meant you said I left.
I left.
Yeah.
Or really angry political discussions. Like I was like, why do I need?
That's all what Facebook is now.
So yeah, but I have taken a picture of my food and posted it on Instagram. I'm so embarrassed.
I take a picture of food after I've eaten it.
Like
I
what
forget.
The meth addict left in your toilet.
Yeah. No, I meant on the plate. I meant like an empty plate. That's what I meant.
An empty plate. Okay, got it. Sorry, I apologize.
You're like, Mickey D's, chick. Empty carton.
Well, I would forget to take the picture.
I mean, I think the problem also is that I am not someone that cares about a lot of this stuff, and there are people out there that do. Maybe I don't. Nelsie, you and I have talked about this. That people post random things on Instagram or Twitter, and then you have like 45 million people who are like, hearts, I just fucked on a grapefruit. Oh my god, that's amazing.
That's so amazing. Oh, so I took a picture of this squished grapefruit that I stepped on, and I got 4.3 million likes.
Voice of a generation, right there.
There you go.
Absolutely.
There you go. That's
absolutely
crazy. But I will say
get called old by my clients.
My son's girlfriend who she's on TikTok, and she's on Instagram, and it's all like vegan recipes and stuff. And so that kind of makes sense to me, right? Because people that are vegan follow her, and yeah. So that makes sense.
Recipe is useful. A picture of your food, not so useful. Or unless it's a picture with the recipe.
Yeah.
I don't care what you ate at the steakhouse down the street. I don't care that you went to the steakhouse down the street.
Yeah.
I don't care.
No.
Did I mention?
That you didn't care? No.
Don't care.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
It's like watching cable TV. You have to like go scroll through all this crazy stuff that you don't care about just to get to one good show.
What's that?
Yeah,
like The Partridge Family.
There's a story.
What's
no,
cable?
that's the Brady Bunch. What's cable?
I know. I don't even have cable anymore. Actually, Ronnie, I'm that cool. I'm that on top
I'm that cool. I just have TikTok on a flat screen.
Exactly. I just have Twitter.
Twitter and TikTok. Big TikTok presence. All right, guys, I think we did it. I'm not sure what we did, but I think we did it.
Listen, Nelsie wants to wrap it up. Goodbye, everybody.
Where are we time-wise, though, Ronnie? I mean,
we're at 31 minutes.
31 minutes. So all I have to say is rate, review, and subscribe. And podcasting gold.
Should be charging people for this.
You can tweet Heidi at Head and Heart Therapy or Heidi Haddad, or Hell. Heidi Haddad.
Nelsie's upset with me. Can you tell?
Yeah, no, we're not.
Floyd would say that Nelsie's got feeling some anger towards Heidi.
We're not friends anymore. We're not. But yeah. So next week, you guys will meet the new therapist. You're going to love her or him or them.
Whoever it is.
It's my dog.
We'll find someone.
It's going to be Lola, Ronnie's dog, because she's so wise. So wise.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Replaceable.
That's it. I'm done. I'm not even going to try to say the rest of the shit because nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Goodbye.
The graphic will come up.
There you go.
Bye-bye.
That's why we have Ronnie and Dino.
Check the descriptions.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Losing it, losing it, losing it, losing it, losing it, losing it, losing it. You came and you listened to the story. I hope so much that it didn't make you sorry, and I hope so much that you'll come back again.
Losing It, hosted by Nelsie Spencer. Produced by me, Ronnie Whaley. Theme song by Hunter Williams. Follow us online on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all podcasting platforms at Losing It Podcast. Viewers can email Nelsie with questions or comments about life, writing, comedy, or even your own Losing It story for a chance to be on the Losing It Podcast at losingitcontact@gmail.com. For everything Nelsie and everything Losing It, visit us at nelsiespencer.com.